Greetings, beloved children, sons and daughters of this divine planet Earth. We gather tonight through the laws of dispensation of ascension, allowing us to bring together the energies, the consciousness, the frequencies of your Mother Earth, Gaia, the Archangel Michael, and Adama, the High Priest of Lemuria, also known as the Father of Humanity.
Hello.
Dear ones, we are gathered tonight to talk about the laws of beingness which you have been gathered on for the last several weeks from Master Michael, Lord Michael, bringing to you this cosmic understanding of the laws of beingness. What is it to be, dear ones? We brought you an ascended master to earth not so many of your earth years ago who asked the question, to be or not to be. You recall this author known in your language and your proper names as Shakespeare. Shakespeare was actually an ascended master who the higher realms sent to you to begin through the follies and the dramas and the histories of human civilization for you to better understand who you are, why you are here. So what is it to be, dear ones? What does this mean? Why is this law of beingness coming to you at this particular time, this opportunity we call ascension? To be, dear children and daughters and sons of this divine planet, to be is to love. To be is to understand the love of self, the love of one another, the love of your home, your planet, the love of everything within and upon, your elementals, your plants, your animals, your minerals. To transcend your understanding of the emotion of love in your humanity, and to begin to understanding the component, the building block, the electron, the atomic contribution of a frequency we call love. Love is an aspect of the universe, a key component of manifestation that was brought to this planet within the creation of this planet from elsewhere. So we who are all gathered tonight, Mother Gaia, Archangel Michael, and Adama were beings of consciousness who gathered this frequency of love and brought it to this planet from elsewhere in order for this planet to become a laboratory of learning love, which you have been in the process of for many millennia, for many past golden ages, and now at this time for the creation of your final golden age on this planet. This planet whose mission, whose meaning and value and purpose is to learn to love. Thus you are understanding the law of beingness in relationship to the megahertz vibration of the core of this planet, where this aspect, this frequency, this component, this energy of love was transported, was transmuted into the birthing of this planet from elsewhere. For this is not the only planet where love is the force of creation. It is the force of all of creation. But in this particular case, which you have heard before and you're being reminded to again tonight, is that there was a diversity of frequencies of love brought to this planet from multiple, in this case, 12 different star systems that created a diversity of aspects of love, of beingness, if you will, that allowed the creation of a divine, unique experiment which had never been done within the universe, the multiverse, ever before, dear ones. So you've all signed a contract, a human contract, if you will, to be a part of this process, for you all originated from one of those 12 star systems, from different galaxies throughout the universe, to gather and collect, and we who are gathering tonight were a core component within that creation. Not the only component, dear ones, but a core component, which is missing in your history, which will soon be revealed to you. Much has been revealed from you through your lost connection of this frequency of love, from this frequency of beingness, which allowed you to forget, which allowed you to create a veil, which allowed you to get as far from this force called love, this force called beingness, as you possibly could get from it, on the verge of annihilation many times, in order to begin your journey back home into it, for that is who you are. You are beingness expressing itself. You are love expressing itself. That is why Lord Michael is taking you through a series of teachings and exercises at this particular time to heal the rupture of the lack of love within self, which is mirrored out to others and your planet, and created the situations and circumstances which exist upon your planet at this time. It is a process of your DNA connecting with each and every other's DNA to heal this rupture of a lack of love. A lack of love which has created a lack of limitation, duality, separation, confrontation, which you are still seeing the throes of on your planet at this particular time. But we are here to remind you and to assure you, dear ones, that the process is in place, a process of inside out, not outside in, of you healing the rupture, if you will, of your disconnect from love, your disconnect from higher realms, which will ensure and support the creation of the final golden age upon your planet. And why the final? Why the word final, dear ones? Because the time of ascension is upon your planet. The timeline of your human contract is expiring. The time to learn through what is not, the time of karmic consequent, the time of cause and effect is ending. And you are in remembrance of exactly what that means. Thus the teachings of Lord Michael and we and many others joining in concert in this process called ascension. For you came from light, dear ones. From whence you came, you shall return. You are eternal beings of light, in the process of returning to your true, formless, eternal, energetic format. So what a divine moment this is that you have chosen to be a part of, that so many of you have gathered, the billions of you on the surface of this planet, the hundreds of millions of you within the core of this planet,
Muted.
all joining together in the consciousness, the beingness, the loveness, if you will, of one. Of understanding through the teachings that are coming through you now and that have come to you many times before, through the Christ consciousness, through the I Am Presence, to remind you who you are, why you're here, what your talents and gifts are, and how you can go into service to self, one another, world service, solar system service, galactic service, universal service, and multiverse services. This is the contract that you've signed on upon. This is the reason that you have experienced all that you've experienced, getting as far from of the energy as you possibly can, and go through your personal process, connecting with this love force, connecting to the application of the laws of beingness that you're being taken through one more time, to awaken fully into being who you were, who you are, and you shall be in your future time, dear ones. It is indeed a magnificent moment for all of you. And no matter what seems to be transpiring outside of yourselves, we ask you to trust and to surrender to the process in your emotions, in your thoughts, in your actions, and see the folly that is taking place upon the surface of your planet at this time. The last hurrahs of those, the few who have controlled the many, dear ones. For the gig is up, in your vernacular. The time has come through the activation of the soul plan of Mother Gaia of your home herself. So can you commit to the process, to the loving of self and the exercises you are being given by Lord Michael and other higher entities? To love self, allow that to radiate out into relationship with others, evaluating those relationships with your planet herself. For she is going to go into a light body with or without you, dear ones. So what do you choose? Do you choose to be a part of that or choose to stay in this frequency of density and separation? It will not be a pleasant place to be, dear ones. So our introduction tonight, prior to opening up to your questions and the integration through our answers, or for you to understand the relationship of love, beingness, and what that means in relationship to self, dear ones.